how does world peace begin with me? Good question. I guess until somebody takes responsibility for changing anything, nothing changes. So world peace begins with me, because if it doesn't begin with me, then I'm not doing anything to contribute. And if everybody had that attitude, then there would never be any world peace, would there? So I guess in that sense, by being somebody who cares about world peace begins with me. If I'm somebody that's ignorant of world peace, then world peace doesn't begin with me. Make sense? Yeah. Tricky one. I guess the first thing is to understand the conflicts. There's a lot of different conflicts in the world. There's conflicts between rich and poor. There's conflicts between different nations and political ideologies, you know, like left-wing socialist communist style ideologies and right-wing democratic and capitalist style ideologies. There's conflicts between different religious groups, you know, like we see obviously what's going on in the Middle East at the moment with ISIL, and of course they're having conflict with the whole world, really. We see all sorts of conflicts throughout the world. So when you start to understand the conflicts, then you can start to work on the solutions. So I think the first step is to try to understand why the conflict exists, try to understand it from the points of view of both parties. Like, for example, the Islamic conflict in the Middle East, we see it, and we often see stuff on the internet or on the news, and some of it seems, wow, that is just so barbaric, we don't know how human beings could do those things. But you've got to ask yourself another question: what happened to those people that this became normal to them, that this became an okay way to solve problems? And quite often you'll find that a lot of those people, they came from a point of disadvantage and disempowerment by some other political entity or force, and so they're responding to that now by doing these incredibly hostile things, but it empowers them for something, and they're searching for that empowerment. That's one of the things that it's been explained by anyway, even I've listened to academics explaining it. And but if you understand that, then you say, okay, so the answer's not necessarily just to kill everybody that's supporting it, but it's to actually kill the problems that cause it to flourish. So why are the people feeling disempowered and impoverished and feeling alienated so that they're willing to go to this extreme? Okay, well, how can we address that and make them feel included in the community, so they don't want to kill people in the community, but they want to actually be a part of the community? Yeah? Yeah, this follows on pretty neatly from the last one. Yeah, well, like, I guess the first thing I said was to understand the conflict. Then after that, to achieve world peace. Okay, what ways? Well, I think, you know, the thing is, I was talking globally before about the different conflicts in the world. There's a saying that says, think globally, act locally. And it's a sort of thing, one of us on an individual basis is going to find it very difficult to have an impact on the world. When you're talking about world peace, that's a big thing, because there's so many conflicts. But what I can do is, in my community, I can make a difference. In my family, what I teach my children, the way I carry my own behaviour and model my own behaviour, the way I make people in my community feel, and the things that I support, the things that I espouse with my words and my actions, they're going to make a difference locally. So that's really all a man can do, I guess. And then if there are some other initiatives that are uniting people collectively, then there's opportunities there to have more of an impact by joining with others as well. So yeah, that'd be it really.